7 signs you're crushing on each other. Crushes, those delightful whirlwinds of emotion that sweep us off our feet, can be exhilarating yet mystifying experiences. Whether it's the excitement of a budding romance or the uncertainty of unspoken feelings, recognizing the signs of mutual attraction can be both thrilling and nerve-wracking. Today we're diving into a topic that's as thrilling as it is confusing: the signs that indicate you and that special someone might just be crushing on each other. But before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our weekly explorations of love, relationships, and everything in between. Number 1. You're protective of each other. Caring for each other as friends is one thing. Being protective, however, is usually a sign of something more. Do you regularly text each other after a night out to make sure you're okay? Do you always ensure that they're safe when walking on the sidewalk or crossing the street? Are they always willing and ready to come to your rescue when you ask for help? Trust me, if you find yourselves actively protecting each other from things that might bother, annoy, scare, or harm the other person, then your feelings are most likely more than just a simple friendship. Do you know that feeling of relief and comfort when you get home after a long day of work? Do you feel that way with them? Do they feel like home? Such a level of trust, intimacy, and vulnerability is a crucial sign of developing love. Number 2, you think about them a lot. Constantly dreaming about them is another big sign of deeper emotions. When you're dreaming, do you usually relive the last time you were out with them, or fantasize about things you want to do together in the future? If you constantly think about them, then you value them in an intimate, special way. Regularly daydreaming of being with each other reveals that you want to be together often and desire a closer relationship. Think about it. Do they suddenly and randomly pop into your mind? The moment you wake up? During school or work? Before you sleep? Even when you're with other people? If they're not beside you, but they're on your mind, you just can't get enough of them. Number 3, you confide in one another about everything. While many best friends will claim that they tell each other everything, it's an even more common denominator for couples. Think about it. Do you tell each other things that you don't share, even with your other close friends? Are they the first person you think of telling whenever something significant happens? If so, they definitely stand out. And by this, I mean that you see them as more than a friend. If you treat them as your primary and closest confidant, then there is little doubt about what you truly feel for them. On the other hand, if you catch them telling you their deepest secrets and desires, it may indicate they're trusting you on a much deeper level than you thought. Number 4, you're always looking at each other. Holding eye contact for too long can be awkward, even with good friends. However, if you're able to hold prolonged or even intense eye contact with this person, then you know your feelings for each other are on another level. When you have romantic feelings for each other, it's not even weird when you gaze into their eyes. It happens so naturally that you don't realize it's been 5 minutes since you're staring at each other. You're simply drawn to how they look or get really invested in what they're talking about at any given moment. Think about it. Would this happen if you were mere friends? Not only does this mean that you have emotional intimacy and are fully comfortable with each other, it's also a sign of physical attraction and sexual tension if you easily get lost in each other's eyes. Number 5. You're drawn to each other's bodies. Admit it, you find each other hot. Like, really, really hot. Maybe you can't even help but check them out regularly. And that's not something you do to mere friends. Try this next time. When you're walking away from them, suddenly turn around. If you catch them still looking at you, they were probably admiring your figure. Or if you're sitting together, do they always look at you regardless as if there aren't other people in the room? Think about it. Do you notice certain body parts of theirs to be particularly sexy? Do you think or wonder about them? Their curves, the vascularity of their forearms, their collarbones, their hair? How toned or muscular are they? This point is connected to several of the other points above. It's why you always sit or stand beside one another. It's why you're so touchy. It's because you're both so hopelessly drawn to one another's bodies and each other as a whole. If you're still hesitating, this is the sign to finally do it. Be upfront and honest, and talk about it with your friend. Ask them if they have feelings for you, or tell them that you do. If you're on the same page, then congratulations. It's the beginning of something wonderful. Number 6. You're happy when they're happy. When you're falling for someone, their happiness often becomes a source of your own happiness. If you're not only invested in their happiness, but also go above and beyond for it, then you definitely see each other in a special way. Prioritizing each other's happiness is a sign of a good, healthy relationship. After all, partners should absolutely care about each other's joy and well-being. Do you guys often buy each other gifts? Or take care of each other when one is sick? A new romance is budding. Number 7. You use pet names for each other. If you use cute pet names to call each other and are still wondering if you're just friends, I'm honestly not sure what to tell you. Unless you call your other friends Cutie Pie too, and I highly doubt that. Pet names are a sign of intense and, more importantly, specialized affection. There's a reason why you only use them with very special people, and 95% of the time, that's your significant other. Take a look at this list. Do you ever call your friend something like Cutie Pie, Dumpling, Sweetie, Honey, Honey Bun, Jelly Belly, Dear, Darling, Love? If you use some of them or similar names, then trust me, it's because you like them more than other people. Much more. Of course, some of these names are friendlier and sillier than others. However, watch out if they evolve into more flirtatious ones. And while you might say that you use these pet names as a joke or in an ironic manner, flirting is all about plausible deniability. It's all about poking and prodding. Besides, jokes are always half meant, right? So if you're calling him Mr. Handsome or greeting her with Hey Beautiful, then there's probably a reason why you chose that pet name in particular. And there you have it, folks. Those were just some of the signs that suggest you and your crush might be on the same wavelength. Remember, love is a beautiful journey filled with twists and turns, and sometimes those signs can lead to something truly magical. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends who might be navigating the roller coaster of crushes too. And as always, let us know in the comments below what topics you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, remember to keep your heart open and your mind curious. Take care and much love.